Hello my dear friends, my name is Sahil Mahajan and I have done masters in chemistry. So the topic for today's video is periodic classification of elements. We have already covered what is periodic table, why there is a need of defining the periodic table. So already we have covered these topics. So today we will gonna deal with the brief introduction of the periodic table, in which we will discuss about the groups, periods and blocks. So let's start our video. So students, on left hand side you might be seeing the image of the periodic table. So here you can see various elements are arranged in a particular groups and periods. So first of all, let's deal with groups. We must know what are groups and how we determine which element belong to which group. So for groups you can see there are arrangement of elements from top to bottoms, or you can see various columns are present where elements are arranged. So you can see there are total 18 groups. So you can see there are total 18 groups. So we can say what are groups? These are vertical columns. So what we can say, these are vertical columns, or you can say elements in which are arranged from top to bottom. So there are total how many groups? There are total 18 groups in modern periodic table. So for this is first group, this is second group, and these are further group number 3 to 12. Here from 13 to 18 groups are present. So let's briefly discuss about these groups one by one. So group number 1, this is group number 1, which is known as alkali metals. So students, make a note of it. Group number 1 is known as alkali metal. Group number 2 is known as alkaline earth metals. For group number 3 to 12 we will deal later on. So group number 13 is known as boron family. Group number 14 is known as carbon family. Group number 15 is known as nitrogen family. Group number 16 is known as oxygen family. Group number 17 are known as halogens. And group number 18, as you know already, many times you have come across these gases. These are known as noble gases. So you must all remember this. Group number 1 is alkali metal, group number 2 is alkaline earth, and group number 3 is boron family, group number 14 is carbon family, 15 is nitrogen family, 16 oxygen, 17 is halogens, and for 18 it is known as noble gases, and other name is inert gases. So point to remember is the groups are vertical columns arranged top to bottom. There are total 18 groups. So you must remember all these points. So in next part we will deal with now with periods. So question is, what is period? So left to right, or you can say rows, horizontal rows are known as periods. So what we can write? Horizontal rows. Horizontal rows are known as period, or they are arranged from left to right. They are arranged from left to right. And see how many periods are present. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we can say total how many periods are present? Total 7 periods are present in our modern periodic table. So remember this, student, groups are total 18 in, and periods in total are 7. Now let's understand about blocks. For blocks you have to remember one thing, is that when last electron enters in subshell, it is known as S block, and when it enters P subshell it is known as P block. When it enters F subshell it is known as F block, and when it enters D subshell it is known as D block. So let's locate this in our periodic table. So these first two groups are known as S block elements. Group number 13 to 18 groups elements are known as P block elements. Group number 3 to 12, this area is known as D block elements. And at the bottom of periodic table, these two rows are known as F block elements. So remember this, student. Blocks. What is blocks? Last electron present in which subshell? This tells us about the blocks. For example, S, if last electron enters in S subshell, it is known as S block. If it enters in P subshell, it is known as P block. And it enters F subshell, it is known as F block. And when it enters D subshell, it is known as D block. So students, remember this brief introduction of periodic table, because all properties further that we're gonna study are dependent on this brief study of groups, periods and blocks. So next video topics we will do in next video. So till then, wait, and this lecture will be continued further. Thank you and have a nice day.